Welcome to University Duel 2025 Championship. My name is Joy Love Akin Olamigoke, bringing you the battle of the best brains from 1001 Studio. It's match day 10, 10 incredible weeks of intense battle, and today the stakes are even higher than ever as we take you to the quarterfinal, where every match is a battle, where every point is victory, between Lagos State University and Obafemi Awolowo University. Also, we have LAUTECH and Veritas in the battle of the best brain on match day 10. I'm so excited to be here alongside our esteemed guests as we take you through the search of the best university champion. It is with great honor I welcome our esteemed guest, looking so good today. Give it up for Unzo and Phillips. What's up? How are you guys doing?
Yeah, doing good.
We're good.
All right, so Phillips, Manuel sang a song, Chocolate and Caramel We, and that song is dedicated to you specially.
My goodness. Thank you very much.
So what's up? You look fantastic, by the way, and you have a bright and charming smile.
Oh, thank you.
Let's take a quick start. On the dashboard, we have OAU and LASU, and of course, that's the game we're looking at today. From what this is looking like, there's a chance that OAU has a higher chance in winning this than LASU. LASU is a bit jittery in this game. What can you make of this that you're seeing, Unzo?
Okay, so from the statistics, I think OAU have the upper hand, right? I am supporting OAU to actually win, right? And I'm also rooting for. I'm just rooting for LASU. But anyway,
so you're rooting for. I like that you're. See, I'm so happy you're rooting for LASU because for obvious reasons, we see OAU is taking the lead. But I'm happy you're rooting for LASU. But why are you rooting for LASU? Tell me.
well, I believe they can turn the situation around.
Woo!
Yes.
I love it.
So they have all it takes. They can still do something magical in this particular session, and then let's see how it goes.
Phillips, the current stats: LASU, OAU, Unzo pitching his tent towards LASU. I mean, you have to go for OAU for obvious reasons. But why are you going for OAU? Is it because it looks like they are winning this one already?
Well, my heart is with LASU because hey, it's a bloodbath. Well, as it is, they have to up their game right now to get into the next stage. So, LASU just puts in just a little more effort.
Truthfully, I am nervous and I just want to trust my team. What we're going to do differently is we already know the strength of OAU. So what we're going to do is we're going to try our best in the other three categories, and yeah, just trust God forever on whatever is going to happen.
Our team is very prepared and we would like to seal off this game and win this.
I'm a bit confused here. Both of you are going for LASU, right? Is that what we're saying?
You're
Is that
rooting
what
for
we're
the
doing?
underdog.
So this is what I'm going to do. I like trouble. So Unzo is stated it was going for LASU first. So Phillips has to go for OAU. So we're going to battle this one out right here and
No
right
problem.
here.
Problem.
All right, we're heading straight to the arena where the battle between Obafemi Awolowo University and Lagos State University is kicking up with the quiz master standing by. Shout out to Joyce Daniels, the quiz master, as she's going to take us on this ride. Let the battle begin.
Which neighbor of the DRC does Africa also have mining rights for in the Mukroso Basin? What is the name of the oldest
Hermes.
The 2009 album The Element of Freedom was released in
Taylor
Latin.
Swift.
Which country grows the most sugar? Sirat.
Brazil.
Ashes Trophy is associated with which game?
Hockey.
Iran. In what 1981 movie did Tom Cruise make his film debut? Which country's basketball governing body is the Hellenic Basketball Federation?
Greece.
Who plays the taxi driver who escorts Tom Cruise around in the movie Collateral? The type of battery in a laptop, Latif.
Let us see it.
The famous LAUTECH.
Harry Potter series.
Who was the Roman goddess of the hearth? The Copenhagen.
5.
Magnets are named after Magnesia, a part of which European country on the Aegean Sea? In which city is Wembley Stadium, the traditional Imran?
London.
Which kind of crystals vibrations were used to create a clock in 1927? The inhabitant of which country in the world consumes the most chocolate? Which Persian ex-king ordered the 490 BC invasion of Greece? Which Persian ex-king ordered the 490 BC invasion of Greece? Where is the headquarters of the fashion brand?
France.
Who wrote the dystopian novel Brave New World in the year 1931? What adolescently named lead singer was the frontman for the 1980s pop group Culture Club? Oval Stadium in England is associated with which type of sport? The best-selling album of 2010 was Recovery by which artist?
Jay-Z.
Latif. What ocean is the largest marine garbage patch?
Indian Ocean.
Imran. Who in April 2005 was the youngest Premier League goal scorer? Manticore was a mythical beast head of a male body of what?
Lion.
Imran. Belinda Carlisle was the lead singer of which 80s girl band before achieving solo success?
Westlife.
Astrat. Which country has the most oil reserves?
Saudi Arabia.
Priam. How many players are there on each
5.
run? Which major internet search engine is named after the misspelling of the word for one followed by 100 zeros?
Google.
G. Which present-day country bordering Egypt was the location of Cyrene, the ancient Greek colony where he was born? Which three letters, the initials of the Latin for which was to be proven, traditionally conclude a geometric proof? Beckham.
ED.
The term dolphin kick is associated with which sport? The term dolphin kick is associated with which sport? Which U.S. territory was the first to grant women the right to vote in 1869? Where was the Rosetta Stone discovered? Who developed the live attenuated Latif? Finish this quote from Tyrion Lannister in the Game of Thrones. Iman.
Books. Cousins.
Iman. Which designer is known as the Prince of Prints?
Emilio Pucci.
Imran. What is the name of the largest optical telescope on Earth located in the Canary Islands?
Grand Telescope.
Man.
Grand Telescopic Canaries.
Who betrayed the Oba of Benin in 1897? If you don't repay a debt, what will a creditor place against your property as collateral? Imran.
Bounty.
Which newspaper launched in 1926 is the oldest in Nigeria? This is the root of all evil is written on the coins of which country? many umpires are there in a regular season?
4.
Man. The name Phil Mickelson is known for which sport? Which African country has the largest oil
Saudi Arabia.
reserves? Latif. The instrument used to measure the direct beam of solar radiation at regular occurrence is what? The instrument used to measure the direct beam of solar radiation at regular occurrence is what? Which is the quantity of an item that manufacturers are willing and able to sell at a specific price in terms of demand, cost, and supply? Arena is the special name for playground of which sport?
Wrestling.
Tunji. Which river has the Iron Gate Gorge and flows through Vienna, Budapest, and Belgrade? Which country did King Zog, the first ruler from 1928 to 1939?
Albania.
Imran. In which London department store did Nicole Fari open her first fashion shop? What is the death of
Austin.
Imran? King of rock and roll,
Elvis Presley.
Imran. Before he became cyborg, Victor Stone played football for which college? In 2022, pop star Lizzo was invited by the Library of Congress to perform with a crystal flute once owned by what US president? Who invented blue jeans?
Levi Strauss.
Ran. What is Metropolis's nickname according to Superman 3?
City of Tomorrow.
Ran. Known for tunes like You Got It Bad and Yeah, what R&B singer also came out with a MasterCard debit card named after him in 2004?
Beyond.
Right. How many?
4.
Man. In which sport do athletes compete for the claret jug?
Golf.
Kayum.
Golf.
In 2008, a U.S. court convicted Charles Taylor Jr. on 8 counts of charge of torture in which African nation ruled by his father in the 1990s?
We just ended 4 quarters of the quick bus between LASU and the OAU. It looks like our starts are beginning to come into reality as OAU takes the lead in the quick bus. How are you feeling, Unzo? You gave the motivational speech about LASU having a comeback. Although this is just a quick bus, it just determined who will take the lead in the brain match. How do you think about the performance of the university so far?
Okay, so before LASU started, I saw the red pens because they knew they have a big fish to fry. And indeed, it was a big, as we saw anyway, it is indeed a big fish to fry. So, OAU have been wonderful. I think they have this fighting spirit, and it has so far shown. But I wouldn't take back my routine. I'm still rooting for
You're still rooting for LASU.
So let's see what happens to them.
Phillips.
Right now, OAU is on a roll, and they are just hitting it one after the other. I think if they continue like this, they're looking to win this. But let's see how this goes.
All right, this is STEM. I'm seeing very few ladies competing on that stage right now, and it just kind of shows the kind of society that we're in, especially ladies coming into a male-dominated space. What does that say to you, Mr. Phillips?
I think there are awesome opportunities where we can have more ladies in this kind of situations, being in the room, in this kind of battles. And at the end of the day, it also translates to being in decision-making also. Because if you're not in the battle, you won't be in the decision-making. So I think this is high time for Nigeria as a community, let me say that, to reevaluate how we try to to gender balance how we approach decision making, how we approach giving opportunities to those that don't naturally or would not have been selected for those kind of opportunities.
And as a student entrepreneur, I was not really into business, but I know so many students right now who are trying to make money aside to what their parents are giving them as allowances, and also trying to meet up with their academic work. How do you strike a balance to it, Munzo?
Planning.
Okay.
So I did a lot of extracurricular stuff in school.
Oh.
I found out that the more I was into those other things apart from my academics squarely, the more I was actually performing, the better I was performing in my academics. Somehow I was able to strike that balance. In fact, it was even when I probably at the beginning stage, when I was still in my first 100 level, and all those were the worst results I had, and those were the times I was most focused, right? But when I began to delve into other things, got myself involved with the student societies and all, I think I had that balance, and then it also helped push me towards, towards more effectiveness, let me put it that way, even in my academics. And also I think it's actually, and to your question about entrepreneurs, and also it's an awesome way to go, right? They always tell us get good grades, get good jobs, and then have a financially stable life, right? But I would also say dare to beat the status quo. Let me put it that way. So if there is business that you can go into, there is entrepreneurship that you can lay your hands on. Start early in life. It's going to teach you a lot. It's going to teach you resilience, persistence. It's going to teach you how to actually manage a real business, and also from there you grow and you settle in. Yeah.
I totally agree with you. This is University Duel 2025 Championship, the battle of the best brains. Remember, we have 16 university contesting and vying for one thing, the top spots. This university are going to be pitching their solution to a recognized problem in their society at a smart challenge. They're going to be doing this before the judges and every one of us here to get seed funding for these beautiful ideas. Remember to catch all the games fixtures, news highlight, and of course exclusive BTS on our social media platform at University Duel. We're in for yet another exciting experience. If I were you, I wouldn't miss any of this. All right, fantastic. The arena is ready and tension is building. The stakes are high. The arena is set. The quiz master is waiting. Let the battle between LASU and OAU begin.
A company's daily profit
1,999,080.
What is the molarity of a solution containing 0.4 moles of
24.
The temperature is 23 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the temperature in Celsius?
-5.
Point X and Y are respectively
13.
in the ratio of the ages of Sarah.
10.
If a farm that rears only cows and dogs counts 6 animals' legs and there are 15 cows, how many chickens are on the farm?
61.
A triangular garden is in the shape of a square with an area of 144 square feet. The
Square root of 12.
A lamppost 8√3 meter high casts a shadow 4 meter long on the ground. The sun elevation at this
60 degrees.
A bag contains 8 red marbles, 4 blue and 3 green. If a marble is randomly selected from
1/4.
a solution has
10 to the -6.
If Daniel wakes up at 6:30 a.m. after 7.2 hours of sleep, what time did he go to bed?
11:25.
A bacterial culture starts with 2,000 bacteria and doubles every
16,000.
A company found that 60 out of 300 customers returned their
80%.
A company's inventory changes by 30 units per period, 0.15
200.
A car travels from
4 hours.
A person's weight decreases from 70 to 63 kg.
10%.
That that was so fierce. I mean, the guy representing OAU came to a fist fight with a sword. Like, bro, it's definitely not playing. We're in for quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4 of the brain match, where the scores are going to be drilled in applied mathematics, data analysis, verbal reasoning, and general knowledge. Is back to the arena with the quiz master standing by. Let's go.
In 2008, a U.S. court convicted Charles Taylor Jr. on 8 counts charge of torture in which African nation ruled by his father in 1990s? The instrument used for measuring total solar radiation is what?
Saturday.
Which African nation is stopped? The assassination of Archduke Francis Ferdinand started with 20th century global conflict. Which music genre is known? Which was believed to be the 5th component of
Ether.
Which bear is represented by a goat?
On Liga.
Bodybuilding is considered the father of jazz music. Played which instrument?
Cornet.
Which musician is known as the king of rock and roll?
Chuck Berry.
Which 1990s fashion movement featured all black outfits, hair and coats?
God Subculture.
Who directed Titanic, Avatar and The Terminator?
James Cameron.
In the movie Frozen, which song does
Let It Go.
Elsa sing? Lemongrass is associated with which country's cooking?
Thailand.
Which country did the fashion label
USA.
Arawang? What is the number of players in a polo game?
16.
Which sports competition is known as the Sunshine Tour?
Football.
Which breed of large cat is the Zakumi, the official mascot of the 2010 FIFA World Cup? Two dice are rolled. What is the probability that the sum of the numbers is 10?
P over 36.
A company has the following salaries: 40,000, 50,000, 60,000.
40,000.
A student's test score have an interquartile range of 15. If the 75th percentile is 80, what is it?
55.
A data set shows the exam scores of students 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and
30.
What is the percentile rank? 100 in the data set.
10.
A student has 6 books and wants to arrange.
720.
A survey asks 5 questions with 3 possible answers each. How many possible responses are there?
243.
How many ways can you arrange for book
12.
itself? In a group of 700 people, 300 are vegetarians, 200 are omnivores, and 200 are vegans. What's the
200.
median? What is the product of the value of 6 combination 2 and 25?
120.
The value of a third quartile is 74, second quartile is 52, and the first quartile is 45. Then quartile deviation is what? Interquartile deviation is represented as what?
Q3 minus Q1.
If the standard deviation of 0, 1, 2, 3 to 9 is k, then the standard deviation of 10, 11, 12, 13 to 19 will be?
K plus 9.
How many ways can a basketball team of 4 players be chosen from 9 players? A student's test score have a median of 90 and a quarter.
Okay, I must say that was a good comeback from LASU. I mean, that guy was on fire. Tunji and Lake taking on that one head-to-head, the battle of the best brain, LASU and OAU. But on quarter 1, quarter 2, we still have OAU leading on that one. Quarter 3, we have LASU coming back with such an epic one. It's in quarter 4 right now. Let's find out what this university has for us.
Which author's collected plays were originally published in the first folio? The city of Perth, known for its hot and dry climate, is located in which country?
Australia.
The world's first fully solar-powered airport is dash. What is the odd number in the series 8, 13, 21, 32, 47, 63?
32.
Select the word that does not belong to the following.
Sharp.
Choose the odd one.
Swimming.
Complete the series dictionary to words as
Maps.
Atlas is 2. If the letters of the word orange are arranged in reverse alphabetical order, which letter will be the 4th in position from the left?
E.
Complete the series tyrant is to oppression, freedom is to dash.
Democracy.
Complete the series myopic is to far-sighted, obscure is to dash.
Turgid.
Complete the series. Broad is to narrow as conical is to.
Asterical.
Look at this series 13 to 26, 18, 36, 28, 56. What number should come next?
48.
I say Omo Ichok. What a exhilarating bone cracker of a battle. I mean, that was so intense in the arena between OAU and LASU. OAU lashing, trashing, smashing LASU in that one. How are you feeling? I mean, Uzo, I don't know what to say to you right now. Should I get you a bottle of water? Do you need to take a chill pill, like, you know?
Yeah, I think you need to take a.
I think so too. What do you think, Phillips?
I think you need to take a breather.
You need to take a breather, right? Oh, okay. I'll get you water in a bit.
The OAU, they are just bent on winning this, right? So there's no going back. They're bent on winning, and I can see that they are really fighting, and they've got what it takes, and they are leveraging it. That's another thing. Yep.
Phillips, if you had one thing to say to OAU right now, what would you say to them?
Just keep going, and I love the strategy that they're using. The fact that the way they are rotating some of their best team members forward. So you have to use your best person. So
Yes,
I love this strategy.
Strategy and teamwork comes into play in the brain match. How well did you think OAU used this to their advantage?
I think they used it really well because as much as you're a team, you know the strengths and weaknesses of your team members.
Yes.
And in specific fields. So I think there was this quarter that they didn't do so well. I think they didn't apply that.
That's work, yes.
So now they are really applying it and pressing forward in terms of getting the win.
And it's time for us to take a look at what the log table is saying. OAU taking on LASU. At this point, I can say we have a winner. Congratulations to OAU making it up to the quarterfinals. Universal Duel 2025 Championship. It's next. Game 2. We have LAUTECH taking on Veritas University. I'll be right back after the break.
They had a very good strategy when it comes to competing, so I think that was where we lacked. And that was the area we're actually lacking in some areas. So congratulations to them anyway.
I'm very happy and grateful to Allah for the win. I hope we can keep on going and eventually we'll win, inshallah.
Our Smart Challenge program is about a QR code-based system that will be used to eradicate the issue of manual attendance taking within our school community.
Yes.
There is actually an issue with how manual attendance taking because it's error-prone and proxy attendance, which can lead to many issues at the back end. So we are kind of designing a system to eradicate these challenges, a system that will bring about lecturers, ease to lecturers, trust within, confidence within the students that, okay, fine, you have to be in class. If not, you won't be able to sit for this exam. There's no way you want to go about it. You have to be present. So it actually built that kind of
rigor
in students.
Yes.
So I think that's all about that. So at the end, it will be a centralized database in which at the end the lecturers can get access to all this information at the end.
Purple, where real estate, lifestyle, and convenience converge. Amplify your brand with our iconic LED screens, providing unparalleled visibility. Experience shopping, dining, and entertainment at Purple Maryland and Purple Lekki.
Welcome Welcome back to University Duel 2025 Championship. We had the OAU thrashing and qualifying for the quarterfinals with 9 points against LASU with 3 points. It's time for game 2, the battle between LAUTECH and Veritas University, the battle of the best brain on University Duel 2025 Championship. Who is going to secure a spot in the quarterfinals? We're going to be finding out in a bit. LAUTECH and Veritas University. Of course, my guests are still in the studio, sitting pretty, looking good as usual. Uzo is feeling some type of way because it looks like Uzo did not win in the first prediction. This time he's saying, I'm going to be careful. LAUTECH versus Veritas. All right, quickly, tell us the background about these universities.
Veritas, I think it's a Catholic university.
Yes.
Right. So it's a privately owned. I'll be tilting towards them this time around. Right. I like their motto. Seeking the truth. Like that's remarkable and quite vivid. So yeah, I'm rooting for them.
All right, let's take a look at the stats. Let's talk about that for a bit. You're tilting towards Veritas.
The stats are not so bad for them, I mean, compared to their counterparts, LAUTECH. So I think they have a good chance.
Okay, so they have a good chance against LAUTECH.
Yes.
Phillips, you're automatic on LAUTECH's team this time. So you're the one to give us the motivational speech.
The goal is to beat Veritas, not necessarily score the highest points at this point.
Well, but we know wins though. How is that looking like? 0 wins, 0 points.
Turn this around.
Really, to be honest, if you happen to be a coach to them right now, what would you whisper into their ears?
Yes, just put the best person forward. Because at this point, it is neck to neck, and you need every advantage that you can get.
My spirits actually reduced very much. We're traumatized by OAU. When we're just going, we're just like, okay, let's take our walk of shame and everything. But now, we're about to play our last game. We'll try our best and we'll qualify for the quarterfinal.
I am confident in my team to do very well in this last game, and so far it has been an interesting one. It has been one that has shown us the areas where we need to improve. Even going back to our institutions, we look forward to performing better and even winning this third game by God's grace. Thank you very much.
Your predictions quickly on a scale of 1 to 10. How certain are you, Uzo, that Veritas is going to take on LAUTECH?
7.
7?
Yeah.
That's an A.
Yeah.
All right, we'll find out. Phillips?
9.
9!
That's
I didn't see 9 coming from you. I thought you were going to be in between a 6 and... But anyways, we'll find out in a bit. The battle of the best brains, LAUTECH versus Veritas. The arena is ready. The quiz master is standing by. Let this battle begin.
Which breed of large cats is Zakumi, the official mascot of the 2010 FIFA World Cup? Okota joined Bolton Wanderers on a free transfer in the summer of 2002 after leaving which team? In which country is the Nubian Desert located? What is the background color of the Olympics flag?
White.
OJ. Which designer is best known for high
Christian Louboutin.
Who founded Fendi in 1925?
Eduardo Fendi.
The saddest fruit is what?
Blueberry.
Ben. The color of Spock in the movie Star Trek is green. What element is responsible for this green coloration?
Copper.
OJ. What is the name of the dwarf that created Stormbreaker and Avengers Infinity War? OJ.
E3.
What is the largest species of spider? OJ.
The brown recluse.
Which first lady influenced women's fashion in the 1960s? Bima?
Jacqueline Kennedy.
What was the cause of Robert the Bruce's death? Country whose people don't use forks to put food in their mouth but simply use them to transfer food to the spoon is?
Tyler.
Ben. Which country has the highest number of inhabited islands?
Sweden.
Emma?
Sweden.
In how many decades has Emma?
4.
The most clever of the Olympian gods we serve,
Hermes.
who designed the world's first hand glider? Financial reward or driving force behind the production of products and services in economics is known as what? The financial reward then. What is the term in biology for the most prevalent type of sugar?
Glucose.
Which country is known as the biggest world producer of dates? Who composed the Fifth Symphony?
Beethoven.
The founder of the brand Fendi is who, Ben?
Eduardo Fendi.
The Weeknd plays a lonely dude navigating a deserted Las Vegas in the video for what song that was Billboard's #1 hit?
Starboy.
The process of heat transfer through building is what?
Delta effect.
Which country has the most museums in Africa? Emma?
Africa. South Africa.
Which sport holds the record for the world's most boring sport?
Cricket.
What sort of clothing item is a bolero?
Tie.
Which fabric is the most expensive?
Guanaco wool.
Which breed of dogs gets its name for French?
Terrier.
Ben. The country which happens to be the largest producer of natural OJ?
Saudi Arabia.
How many times has Daniel Day-Lewis won the Academy Award for Best Actor? Term for gradual increase in the Earth's average surface temperature is what, OJ?
Global warming.
Which NBA player broke the regular Ben?
LeBron James.
A baked flatbread covered in tomato sauce and melted cheese gets its name from which Italian word for pie?
Pizza.
In which sphere of the atmosphere is about 90
Biosphere.
From 1999 to 2008, which Russian Prime Minister, Emma?
Daniel Medvedev.
What item of clothing was Axl Rose from Guns of Roses known for donning? Who is the only singer to win the Grammy Awards for Album, Record, and Song of the Year twice? Both of the winning albums had titles. Who is the only singer to win the Grammy Awards for Album, Record, and Song of the Year twice? Both of the winning albums had titles that were two.
Adele.
In 2021, Olivia Rodrigo brought
Driver's license.
the AI system created and chosen by Tony Stark.
Bella.
The history of the Yoruba people begins, Ben.
Ife Empire.
Which gorilla was able to communicate by using more than 1,000 hand signals?
Why are those questions?
The climate zone which coniferous forests and cold temperatures is known as what?
Tropical forest.
The African climate zone characterized by wet season and dry season is known as what? Ben.
Savannah.
Satori, meaning sudden enlightenment, is the goal of which meditative school of Japanese, Ben?
Zen.
Which of the following is analogous to IC?
Here.
What is another term for scientific inquiry? Ben.
Critical research.
Find out the related word triangle 3.
Foresight.
Ben. It was Monday on 1st January 2018. What day of the week? On
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Emma, which European nation governed?
Great Britain.
Which continent has never hosted FIFA Football World Cup?
Antarctica.
What is the name of the main structural protein in connective tissues? Determine the last number in the series 1, 1, 4, 8, 9, 27, 16.
25.
Statements. All the schools in Ikeja had to be kept closed for the month. Many parents have withdrawn their children from the local school. Find the condition of the statements. Which of the following musical instruments does not?
Drum.
Steve. Complete the series poem.
Composer.
OJ. Complete the series Ace. GI. Complete the series Ace. JIK. MOQ dash UIK.
OPS.
Complete the series Innovation is to progress as regression is to what?
Advancement.
Dave. Complete the series Sequential files is to alphabetical what?
Sort.
Ben. Complete the series Carrot is to diamond as dash is to bullets.
Caliber.
OJ. Pointing toward Shreya, Mahesh said, the father of her brother is the only son of my grandfather. How is Shreya related to Mahesh?
Drinks only.
A group of cats is called a what?
Litter.
Ben. A group of squirrels is called a what? Ben.
Sorry.
Pick the option that best conveys the meaning of the word astounding. OJ.
Amazing.
Choose the word opposite in meaning to this word altruism. Which bone in the human body resembling a necktie?
Sternum.
Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, is a massive sandstone monolith rising up from the red center of what continent? An icy small solar system body that warms and begins to release gases when passing.
Comet.
Okay. What is the absent number in this series? 1, 2, 3, 6.
27.
5 girls are sitting on the bench to be photographed. Joy is to the left of Kenny and the right of Rachel. Dami is to the right of Kenny. Timmy is between Kenny and Dami.
Kenny.
Which of the following metals does not belong in the group? OJ.
Aluminum.
Complete the series Recipes to Chef as Blueprint is to
Architect.
Steve. Complete the series BDF, FGI,
NMO.
and complete the series Tenacity, Persistence, Determination is dash.
Resolve.
Steve. Complete the series Tacit is to implied as dash is to inferior. Ima.
Shoddy. Shoddy.
Complete the series Unusual is to novelty as dash is to standard.
We just ended 4 quarters of the quick bars, the battle of the best brains between Veritas and LAUTECH. Unzo, what do you think of this game?
It's been a fierce fight, I would say. So you see the close call. Well, I think the game is still open.
The game is still open?
Yeah, still open. So anything can happen. Let's just see how it spars out, really. So, but still, I'm rooting for Veritas, and it looks like they're going to win anyways.
So you're still standing strong with Veritas, and you think they're not losing this one anyway?
Yeah.
How is your prediction? Is it shaking, Phillips?
It's not shaking. I can see that they can still pull through. They can still pull through with this.
Okay.
There's still a few more rounds to go.
Who will emerge victorious and secure their spot in the quarterfinals? The battle of the best brain between LAUTECH and Veritas. We are heading straight into the arena with the quizmaster standing by. Let the game begin.
A person's weight decreases from
10%.
An investment of 100,000 grows by 15% in the first year and 10% in the second year. What is the new value of the investment?
135.
What is the limit of x squared minus 6 over x minus 2?
2.
The size of the exterior angle of a regular polygon is 45
8
degrees.
sides.
On a 120 miles journey, how much time would you save driving at 80 miles per hour instead of 30 miles per hour? The population of a village increased from 800,000 to 1.4 million. What is the
66.67?
If a car travels at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour for 5 hours, how far does it travel in meters? A trader decides to sell 35% of his 600 candy cartons. How many cartons does he have left? A hiker starts at sea level and climbs to a peak of
2,500 meters.
A bacterial population doubles every hour if initially there are 100 bacteria. The truck travels 6,000 kilometers at an average speed of 360 kilometers per hour. How long will it take to travel 1,800 kilometers per hour? If Michael wakes up at 8:25, how many distinct ways can 10 identical balls be distributed in 3 distinct boxes?
120.
A library has 5,000 books and 1,200 are fictional. What
76.
percentage? A company's revenue grows exponentially.
3 quarters.
If a person has a resting heart rate of 7,200, A student's test score have a median of 90 and a quartile deviation of 20. What is the interquartile range? A data set has a mean of 25 and a variance of 4. What is the Z-score of a data point with a value of 15?
7.5.
A bag contains 4 red, 3 blue, 2 green balls. What is the probability of drawing a blue ball?
3 over 10.
How many people speak English or French in a group of 25? Given 10 speak English, 12 speak French. 2 coins are flipped. What is the probability that both coins land on heads?
1 over 4.
A bag contains 12 red, 6 blue. What is the probability of drawing a blue ball? What percentage of the total budget is not allocated to administration if the total budget of $900,000? A savings account earns 5% simple interest per year. If the initial deposit is 10,000 naira, how much?
1,000.
If the mean of a data set is 5 and the standard deviation is 3, what is the coefficient of variation?
60%.
What is the mean of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10?
6.
A survey asks 3 questions, each with 4 possible answers. How many possible responses are there?
64.
What is the standard deviation if the mean of a data set is 10 and the variance? What is the probability of drawing a red card from a deck of cards? What is the probability that with 3 flips of a coin, all 3 flips will be the same?
1.
The range of a set of data is 20. If the lowest value is 10, what's the
30.
highest value? In how many ways can you rearrange the word jumble so that the rearranged word starts with a vowel?
720.
Complete the series. Unusual is to novelty as dash is to standard.
Old.
Malik is taller than Sharuf, who is shorter than Eboje. Alice is taller than Sherka, but shorter than Sharuf. Eboje is shorter than Malik, who is the tallest. What is the concept of direction, sense, reasoning?
Tones and rotation.
What is the synonym for neurophysiology?
Neuroanatomy.
Choose the option that is opposite in meaning to the word peripheral.
Main.
What is 323 in Roman numerals? How many clubs can a golfer have in their bag during a round of golf?
2.
Which empire formed by combining the names of 2 modern European countries was Archduke Francis Ferdinand, the heir to the throne, associated with? Arnold Schwarzenegger plays John Matrix in which
Terminator.
What comes next in the sequence of 1, 5, 9, 13, 17?
29.
Identify the number that does not fit in the following sequence: 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13.
11.
Which of the following shapes does not belong to the group?
Circle.
Complete the series. Map is to explorer as compass is to what?
Navigator.
Complete the series. KLM, NOP, QRQ, TUT, dash.
XYZ.
Complete the series. Moon is to satellite as planet is to what?
Universe.
Complete the series. Scallop is to mollusk as shallot is to?
Shark.
Choose the odd one out.
Quintiles.
Who wrote the national anthem of Nigeria titled The Rise of Compatriots? Which respiratory organ is studied in the medical field of pulmonology?
Nerves.
Which continent is most affected by sea level rise?
Antarctica.
What is the only continent on Earth where giraffes live in the wild?
Africa.
What are CTRL, shift, and alt
Control.
The Mississippi River, a major waterway in North America, flows into which water body?
The Atlantic Ocean.
Serbia hosts the most costly cheese. What is the capital of this country? How is Robert Zimmerman better known?
Ramstein.
Which transparent medium causes light to separate into colors? The famous technology company Google was founded in what city?
California.
Which is not an animal of the Chinese zodiac? Who played the lead character in Birds of Prey?
Harley Quinn.
How many points are awarded
4.
for a score? How long did it take to build the longest tunnel in the world?
17.
Which country's rugby team is called the Springboks?
India.
What is the very center of a target called in
Bullseye.
aiming your darts? Which female name brings bright or lustrous? Well done, LAUTECH. Congratulations, Veritas.
And that was a thrilling second half, the brain match, the battle of the best brains between Veritas and LAUTECH, with Veritas leading LAUTECH in the brain match. I mean, that was such a stellar performance from Veritas in the brain match. How was that game for you, Phillips? I see you're smiling already, so just tell me about the game.
Apparently, LAUTECH didn't bring their A game to this, and I wish they had done a little better. Well, not a little, a lot better. Because the gap is just wild. There's an ocean of gap between the scores.
One question stood out for me. It had to be the question around moon is to what and the planet is to dash. I remember in primary school we had to do my very eyes may just sit under the 9 planet to get the names of the 9 planets. How do you add in acronyms to foster reading in university? Because the truth is that some people have difficulties in reading real term in universities. How can they succeed? How can they come out with good grades? They don't even know their pattern. They don't understand themselves. How can this work out in our universities?
Okay, so I think it's actually a very good strategy, acronyms. I used it sometimes.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do actually. For things I know I just had to outright cram. So I just, sometimes the system makes it that, okay, you just have to find a way to actually make it work for you. And one of it was actually cramming, so sometimes, because some of the concepts were abstract, I would say,
yes.
Which is a gap anyways. But still, it is what it is, and then you have to do what you have to do. So acronyms are a good way also to, have those those concepts in your mind, and then be able to reproduce it very easily.
What do you have to say about the match? Final words, Phillips.
Well, it is what it is. Apparently, like I said, LAUTECH didn't bring their A game. And you said something about the acronym. Aside acronym, there are also ways to study and trigger your memory. Like if you wear a particular scent while you are reading,
yes.
if you apply the same scent when you're writing your exams, it triggers some level of recall. Or if you are chewing gum, a particular flavor of gum while you're studying, and then if you chew the same gum. So there were some of these tricks that I used when I was in school. So yeah, there are, aside acronym, there are other ways to learn and trigger recall.
We just made it to the quarterfinal. I can't lie, I'm ecstatic, but still wary from our previous games' performance, because that really damaged our score points a lot, and we hope to improve on those areas moving forward. Thank you.
Well, every loss is painful, especially the loss that sent you out of the tournament. So, especially when we believed we had a chance to win the game today, I think we'll analyze as a team. We'll see where we made mistakes. We'll try and be better ourselves.
Congratulations to our winners. They just secured a spot at the quarterfinals. Universal Duel 2025 Championship. It's been an amazing time in the studio with this fantastic gentleman. It's destination time. It's time for me to leave the studio. But quickly, before you go, we have to talk about some passing words. What is one thing you want to say about Veritas and also, LAUTECH?
I think I would like to encourage LAUTECH, the guys. They did well, but in this case it wasn't theirs. So there will be opportunities in the future where they can, make good amends. And to Veritas, well done to them. To every student out there, who is locked into the university duel, I just have a few words. Just try as much as possible to be intentional, right? Be intentional right from the time you begin whatever you are doing to the time you are ending it, because that's actually what makes the difference. And never ever believe or never ever see yourself that you cannot do something. The mind is powerful, and the biggest tool you have is your mind. So whatever you set your heart to, you can achieve.
This is the result of a lot of work and this is the result of a lot of preparation. But however, as they say, preparation past preparation.
Actually.
So some people came with their A game, some came with whatever game they had. And so as it is, going into the quarterfinals,
yes.
I think that's where you now see a lot more stiffer competition, between all the winners in this stage.
If you're not working, Phillips, what are you doing? What would I catch you doing if you're not working?
Thinking.
Thinking.
Wow. Well, as the CEO of the company, I have people that are dependent on me. So, yeah. If I'm not working, I'm thinking of how to be better, how to make sure that everyone's contribution is being allocated well, so we can get the best output in whatever projects that we are on.
All right. How about you, Unzo?
So I'm a tenor singer. I'm a classical tenor.
Yeah, I remember you told me how you love classical songs.
Exactly. So if I'm not working, if I'm not at work, and I want to do something fun, I mean, I just probably go out to my chorale. I have a couple of chorale groups I belong to, and then I sing with my people, and I'm fine. And even on my own, music is like therapy for me.
Say no more. So I'm putting you on the spot. You have to sing for us before you go.
Wow.
Do any classical song you want to do. Take your time. Do your freestyles. Do your ad-libs.
Ave Maria.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't take us there. Oh my goodness, that was so fantastic. Beautiful. Your vocal dexterity. No, take us away, Phillips. It's been an amazing time with you guys. So fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us once again. If I were you, I won't miss any of the action, as it promises to be extremely exciting. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms at University Duel for all the games, fixtures, news, highlight, and exclusive BTS. Remember, we are on YouTube, on channels, and every other station from January 25 to March 2025 to determine Nigeria's best STEM champion. My name is Joy Love Akin Olamigoke. University Duel 2025 Championship, the battle of the best brains.